So on YouTube, honestly, you're never more than 3 or 4 clicks away from being recommended some sort of drama video. Everything to do with social media has basically been promoting it, and to be fair, in an age where everything is broadcast publicly, drama is bound to happen. However, in the MyTeam community, honestly, there's not that much of it. Compared to most other, there is really not that much of it. Compared even to the Park community, COD community, FIFA community, ones that I would be kind of keeping an eye on, MyTeam is probably the most like kind of calm one in terms of that. But there are still a few situations where there was just some crazy things happening. So in this video, we're going to be looking at, in my opinion, what were the 3 biggest dramas to ever happen around the MyTeam game mode in any NBA 2K game. So before we get onto it, not going to be looking at specific person-on-person drama. I'm just going to be looking at specific drama around the game mode. Stuff that have happened in the mode that has made the community kind of go crazy. And I think these are the 3 biggest cases. If I forgot anyone, leave it in the comments and I might make a part 2 to this video in a couple of weeks or months, depending on when I feel like it. But anyway, now let's get on to it. So the free diamond locker code scandal of March 2016. The first real time that the 2K community really trended anywhere, and it was actually so bad that it got onto Drama Alert, lads. It was actually an entire episode of Drama Alert. This thing was so relevant. To be fair though, at that time Drama Alert was more focused on like things like the FIFA, Call of Duty community, and not necessarily as much like it is now with the likes of Jake Paul and stuff. Those creators hadn't really broke out. The Viner invasion had not happened yet. But basically what happened in this scenario was that back in 2014, 2K actually put out a tweet and said that when the 2K, so not MyTeam page, when the normal 2K page gets 1 million followers, they will give out a free diamond locker code. And this is not a diamond right now. This is not a 92, 94 overall card. This was a 95 overall plus overall card. Diamond cards were the single best cards in the game. And in March 2016, the only diamond cards that were even in the game were a couple of all-star cards. You could go and get yourself like J.R. Smith, Jamal Crawford, but they were minimum 500,000-600,000 MT for a diamond card. Like that was the cheapest diamond card you were getting at this stage. And 2K promised to give a free one in the locker code. However, it took them 2 years to get to 1 million followers. So when they were on the route to 1 million followers, all the creators were pushing for people to follow the page because it was assumed that they were going to be getting a free diamond. However, 2K went back on their word. What 2K ended up doing was releasing a locker code for a random item. They said there was a high chance at an amethyst, but nobody from what we saw got an amethyst. On Twitter, there was not one picture of anyone getting an amethyst. Nick the Bulls fan made a video where he looked at a bunch of different accounts and none of them got anything even related to the MyTeam game mode. And back in 2016, especially pre-game coming out free in July, like MyTeam was the biggest game mode in 2K at that stage. So an absolute disaster. It got so bad that hashtag unfollow2K began trending on Twitter. And it was the first real time that there was major uproar. Like 2K16 was the year where the 2K community, especially on MyTeam and early in 2K16 and in 2K15 when it was really blowing up. And this was the first stage where it ended up trending. It became that popular and that crazy situation that it ended up trending. So for that reason, and the fact that it just ended up on a full episode of Drama Alert, which is kind of crazy, we have to put this as one of our 3 biggest dramas. The Jeremy Lin locker code. Lads, we cannot forget this. This is the most relevant time that there's been for MyTeam. This was the most relevant day for MyTeam. And I know this because I streamed before the Jeremy Lin locker code scenario or situation happened, and I was pulling in 5,000 viewers. It was double my next highest ever stream. It was absolutely crazy. So let me explain the whole situation. 2K have been giving out creator codes for the last 6 months. Everyone kind of knows what they're about. Basically, if you're a signed 2K content creator, back in like July, August, they were giving codes out to some people that weren't signed. I actually got one, but I probably won't be getting one this year. Let's be real. But if you're a Sonic content creator, you get a free locker code. And the locker codes you end up getting, end up having the recent pack as well as a few other packs in the code. As well as that, you get one free card to give out. One good card in the set you can give out for free to one of your fans, but it's only specifically one. So what ended up happening was Ambush was giving out a locker code, and he was told you're going to be giving out a free locker code and a free Jeremy Lin to one fan. He misread what the email was. And this is how the situation happened. He misread the email, didn't understand it fully correctly, and he thought that the email said free Jeremy Lin locker code, which in his defense, that Jeremy Lin card was terrible, so it would be kind of understandable. But as soon as he tweeted out that he was giving out a free Jeremy Lin, everyone went crazy. And I'm taking some blame for this entire situation happening. So what ended up happening was Ambush decided to play a little bit of a joke with it, claiming he had lost the code to try build up some hype to try get as many viewers as possible into the stream. And it worked. It worked. There was so much hype about it that I made a video previously. I had went on live stream, kind of almost doing like a waiting room for his stream where he was dropping the code, and I was pulling in 5,000 viewers. His stream peaked at 8,000 viewers. And what happened in the end? Yeah, the code was just a normal code for packs and not a Jeremy Lin locker code, which was a little bit of an anticlimax. But that's not why. That is not why we're here. As much like it was a horrible situation, but it has to be said. What ended up happening was there was so much hype about this locker code, and people just went to his stream wanting the code. People just wanted the code. Ambush started the stream 20 minutes late. There were already hundreds of people in his chat spamming for the code. And the longer he went on, the more toxic the chat got. And in turn, the more toxic Ambush got. At one stage, there were 8,000 people in the chat basically just giving Ambush abuse, while Ambush was giving abuse right back to the chat. It became the single most toxic situation in MyTeam history at the time. But it is one of those things you can look back on and laugh. All the uproar, everything over a terrible Galaxy Opal Jeremy Lin locker code. A terrible card. Terrible, terrible card. But what happened in the grand scheme of things? Ambush trended 13 on Twitter. We literally had Walking Dead actors tweeting about what they thought Ambush doing on trending was. This guy doesn't know who Ambush is, but still tweeting about Ambush specifically being on trending. It was the craziest thing ever. It was the first time anything to do with MyTeam had been trending so high. Yeah, we had to make 2K fun again. We had the park community doing that, which is way bigger than MyTeam. The fact that we had not even something about 2K, we had Ambush trending 13. There has been no situation in the past 2 years where there has been more eyes on the MyTeam game mode. It's the most viewed MyTeam stream, not by like a cash or a flight, in a long, long time. Not only that, the hype for it was absolutely incredible. So yeah, it is one of those situations where I gotta mention it. It's a case of, yeah, did Ambush react very, very badly to the situation? Of course. I don't think anyone, even himself, would deny that. But at the exact same time, I'm saying this right now, if I had 8,000 people giving me abuse, and in his case, hundreds of people giving him racist abuse, I don't think anyone in his position would have reacted any different. But at the end of the day, it's still a crazy, crazy situation. It's still something that we have not seen before, just this much anger towards anyone. And it's also something that we may not see again. However, it is not the number one biggest drama. And I don't even think it's even close to being number one for the biggest MyTeam dramas. And number one, and not even close at number one, we have when 2K stole Christmas. So on December the 25th, 2018, people woke up in the MyTeam community to a tweet from Shake and Bake about a free leaked locker code for a pink diamond LeBron James. So basically what ended up happening was this pink diamond code was meant to be one of one. It was meant to have been given out to one specific person. However, it was an unlimited locker code. So everyone who typed in disco got this pink diamond LeBron James. And people rejoiced. People were so happy about this. Everyone was happy. New players that just got the game on Christmas were all coming in. They were looking on Twitter, they were looking on YouTube. If you typed in MyTeam, everything was about getting this LeBron James card. And that's what kids do. If a kid gets a game on Christmas, a lot of time, especially if it's a FIFA or it's a 2K, they want to play the Ultimate Team or MyTeam game mode, they'll be looking up on YouTube. These kids all went and got this card. And it's one of those situations where not even hardcore players were upset because the card was good, but it was not game breaking. It was good enough that if you had a really cheap team, he was good enough to make your team. But it also was not good enough that it wasn't even the best LeBron James in the game. It wasn't anyone who had spent money on the game. This LeBron was not even coming close to making your team. So it was a situation where everyone was happy. Obviously, it was not meant to be released, but this was a happy accident. This was a situation that not only brought players into the game, it helped guys that weren't spending money on the game. It boosted everything. It boosted all of our views. It brought so many more people into the game. It was a genuine happy accident. It was a great thing that happened. But then, just like the Grinch, 2K stole Christmas. What 2K ended up doing was bringing someone back into work on Christmas Day with the sole purpose of programming the game so that it deleted everyone's pink diamond LeBron James. This happened around 2 a.m. my time, which was like 7 p.m. Pacific time or something. So many people turned off their game and woke up the next day with their LeBron James gone. They literally took away everyone's LeBron James card. It was gone. It was gone. Did they try and make up for it by giving out 2 unbelievably good free locker codes the next days? Yes. I'll be the first to say it. We got some unbelievable locker codes and cards that were way better than that LeBron, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter. There was no coming back. The damage was already done. 2K brought someone back into work on Christmas Day for the sole reason of taking away something that everybody got for free. It was the perfect Christmas gift for players. There had been no better Christmas code, Christmas gift. It was the perfect thing for new players. It was a complete accident. It was not meant to happen, but there is no way they could have planned it better. This situation proved that everyone who's talking about, say, 2Ks, their intentional mess ups, things like that, people are saying, no, that's actually just genius marketing. It's not, and this situation proved it. Releasing a leaked locker code so that everyone can suddenly get super hyped over something they weren't expecting, that is genius. That was absolutely genius, if it was intentional. But it clearly wasn't because they took everyone's LeBron James cards. And not only that, it's just a situation. Imagine being like a 12 or 13 year old. You get 2K for Christmas, and then you get LeBron James 96 overall, and you're super happy with the card. You've been playing with the LeBron James all day, and you're saying, okay, I'm gonna play some more of this game because I like using the LeBron James. And then you wake up the next day to the card just gone, not knowing what happened. If you weren't on Twitter, if you weren't looking on YouTube, you might have just thought there was a glitch. But no, 2K intentionally took away a bang average card from everybody, but it was a free LeBron James. 2K did what may have been the dumbest thing I have ever seen a company do, because there would have been no repercussions, there would have been no difference whatsoever. It would have been only positive had they left the LeBron James card in the game, had they not got rid of it. But no, someone thought it was a good idea to bring someone back into work on Christmas Day to steal from the player base. There are no situations. People can complain about the ambush situation, but I'm telling you right now, if you 6 months later do not look back at that situation and just laugh and just think about how ridiculous everyone in that scenario was, the people complaining about ambush, just everything just was blown way out of proportion. That's a funny thing to look back on. The locker code, to be honest, yes, there was a bit of drama, but it's kind of understandable from 2K's perspective because they tweeted it in 2014, and in the end, in 2016, they hit it, and people were expecting to get the same thing, so it's a bit understandable. But this situation is just inexcusable. And it's just inexcusable, and it is without question the biggest drama that the MyTeam community has ever seen. So yeah, that is the video. This is obviously something a little bit different for the channel, but I was on stream a couple of nights ago, honestly just talking about these situations, just kind of reminiscing on some of the ridiculous things that happened over the years. And I said, you know what, let's make this a video. It's a kind of interesting thing. And honestly, these situations are all things you can look back on and laugh. If anyone takes any of these situations seriously now, please just take a step back and look at it. just look at it in the bigger picture. Did any of these things have a major effect on the game? No. Did any of these things have that much of a lasting effect? I mean, the fact that I'm still going to meme about the pink diamond Jeremy Lin locker, or the Galaxy Opal Jeremy Lin locker code non-stop for the rest of time, because I am a person who will just keep repeating the same jokes. Other than that though, maybe not. However, these were all things that were crazy situations at the time, and I think they just had to be in this video. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know if there is anything in the comments, or if there's any different situations in the comments, and I might make a part 2. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's robbing. Tyson with the fade, not the hair